Two very frequent challenges that I've been facing for about 10 years now dealing with Israel advocacy are as follows. Number one, when talking about Israel and the conflict, it seems that people bring a lot of emotional baggage. Baggage that I don't find in other discussions that I have with them that are not conflict related. Number two, the more years I gain as an activist on behalf of Israel, the greater my knowledge and understanding of this reality, a complex reality that the people I speak with don't always understand as much as I do. And so I have to overcome a massive knowledge gap that exists between them and myself. So what I do is, I use analogies. What I do is I compare a highly complex, challenging, conflict-oriented scenario to a very simple, very well-known day-to-day scenario. And by creating that comparison, I actually get people to understand at least my point of view or a specific dynamic that I'm trying to illustrate by bringing it close to home. There's an additional advantage here though, and it comes from the world of persuasion in general. When you take a day-to-day scenario, and we've created a whole list of examples for you that you're welcome to look at after you finish watching this movie, we give that scenario, and then we get people to basically expose or commit to a specific value system. So I say to them, you know, if there were a case where a father was beating his child, how would you behave? Or if there was a case where I was given a parking ticket illegally just because of the color of my skin, how would you feel about that? And you know, there are more examples. I get their perspective and I put it on the table. And then once I have a clear understanding, once they've committed to a specific value system, we then apply that value system to the highly complex scenario at hand. You see, people have a tendency to want to be consistent. And once people have committed to a certain perspective or to a certain value system, it's much easier to then get them to stay committed to that value system when applying it to Israel. And the beauty is that if everybody in the world applied their value system consistently to Israel, as they do to other case studies around the world, we would be in a much better situation. So you're welcome to look at the various examples we've given you, and always remember, analogies are a very good way of simplifying complex scenarios and getting people to understand something that they may have not read as much about as you have.